And welcome back to our Let's Play of Rise and Decline of Galactic Imperium. This time, turn 8. Now, let us check general status first. As you remember, during the past turn, we had our first battles against the forces of the evil Jijin Republic. In some rather unimportant sectors, there's a pirate clan still harboring ill feelings towards us. But right now I'm not as worried about them as I possibly should be. There's some unrest in neutral sectors, and some rebel units have taken over Sector 6-6. But then again, nothing really of import. A free trade agreement still is resumed and has taken hold of our diplomatic status, and we were able to improve our relations with the Colmar Federation, which has stopped being frozen now. Also, the energy exchange is still being built, and we have instituted a free market. Though of course all of these, let's call them successes, still mean that our current Senate hates our guts. Because I can't describe this in any other way. I mean, both the Senator of the Interior, of War, and for Foreign Relations oppose us? Really? Well. Anyway, let's continue on with the general status. Let's see, do we advance the average tech level? No, we're in turn 8. There is no new expedition available, nor a new prestige project. Do we get new reinforcements on turn 8? Nope. We only get the next, this time the 5th Legion, during turn 10. Damn. No new fleet, turn 12, and no new leader, turn 14. Though right now we already got one, and a damn good one at that. We have more fleets available. He could take a two units of fleets and be a fleet by himself, though of course this leader is still the more capable one. I mean, after all, he not only adds 3 fleets under his wing, but has a combat value all by himself. Now, that means that during the start of turn phase, nothing changes for us. It's not so bad as it might sound. One thing is for sure though, the event phase can change all of that. Let's see. Let's go to the current event check. As you remember, the current event check was something we only recently discovered to be happening because I've basically forgotten that it happens. Even though it allows us to have events happen and be stopped despite being an event that adds units to the map. So you see, we could basically take those pirates off the map if the current event check is successful, and he's only successful on a roll of 1 to 2 on a d10. So let's roll for pirates. 10. Yep, nothing happens. No. Seeing as the current event check has brought no change, let's take a look at the random event movement. Let's check for applicable units. Now, current event, random event movement is only currently happening for the pirates. So let's see how we're moving them. And 1d10. 1 to sector 9.2 and 6 to 10-1 to the southwestern periphery. Might be good, might be bad, don't know yet. Now, next we check for the directed event movement, meaning basically the Jijin Republic. And of course, since they have no other choice, they attack sector 6.5. So, as you remember from last time, that means a fight is happening. And unfortunately for them, as you can see, our leader has a leadership value of 3 and 3 full strength fleets because we invested in the repair those last turn. And basically he has one fleet. He can only send one fleet, but then again, that's his problem, not ours. Also, we get a combat strength of 7, he gets 3, meaning he rolls on the -4 table. Roll. I'm sorry, on the -4 combat roll. Let's see. Basically, he rolls for the range, 9. He goes far range. Yes, well, I can understand that. You know, that's something that's basically been strange to me. I've wondered, shouldn't the combat system be a bit more complicated? I mean, it's a space combat game, but you know, a little bit of flavor would have been nice. But then again, it seems awfully full of stuff already. I have to admit to that. Well, depends though, I suppose. I mean, where else would you put it? We already have 2 mats, and let's assume there's a 3rd mat, and this gets awfully big really fast. I do remember that an earlier version of this game had a separate combat mat, but then again, the redesign happened very quickly, so there wasn't any chance or any change to be found at that time. Nah, anyway. Combat range has been determined, so he gets +0 DRM. Let's roll for his combat. Best he can do right now is if he rolls an 8 or higher, because then he gets a flip and we get a flip. Let's see. 6. Oh, 2-0. No losses for us, 2 step losses for him. Oh, that's a biggie. He's destroyed. Now, seeing as he is destroyed and has no longer any fleets able to move his units, let's see what happens if in stellar combat a side loses units and can no longer transport ground units. If a fleet carries legions and loses transport capacity, it loses legions until the number of legions fits into the transport capacity. Basically 0. Blah, blah, blah. So let's eliminate them as well. So bad. Okay. Now let's see. They go back to sector 6.5. Hey, you stay there. So, as you can see, we've eliminated the enemy fleet. More glory to us! Now, do we get immediate peace negotiations, or does this change? Let's see. Political, diplomatic status. If the war goal is no longer achievable, roll on peace negotiations table D3, invasion troops destroyed. Player may honor or dishonor peace offer from invaders similar to 10-8. So basically, it seems, well, it isn't really described if it happens right now or if it happens later, but I think it happens right now because basically there's no way he can reach his war goal right now because he has no more troops, and I don't see anything about in the rules about them sending more troops, so there's that. It seems that right now we'll have to roll immediately on the peace negotiations table. Let's see. I think that's down here. Yep. Peace negotiations. Roll D10. If war goal achieved, undecided, invasion troops destroyed. So, offer. Opponent gives. White peace. Relations return to neutral. Oh, that would be nice. Tribute. 1 point of imperial funding for 10 turns. Surrender. Tribute and 3 victory points. Kinda difficult. I mean, we could really use both of that. Let's see. We're in the real, let's roll now. 10! They offer their surrender. Includes tribute, receive free victory points. Alright. Now it seems I can choose whether to honor or dishonor it. Now, what does it mean? Surrender. Includes tribute. The result is dishonored, make immediate unrest checks for all sectors surrounding war goal. If the result of peace negotiations is honored, apply effect immediately. Remove all corresponding formerly enemy units, reset diplomatic relations to neutral. Okay, so basically, if we accept their surrender, we get all of this. So we do. We are a gracious ruler, so of course we accept their surrender. So basically, we get tribute from the Jijin, 3 victory points, and our relations return to normal. Though, they're still frozen, it seems. So let's see, 1. This is removed. And we get Jijin Tribute, 10. This is a nice thing, if you ask me. What is on the flip side? Oh, pay. No, we don't pay. So, for the next 10 turns... Oh, I could... down or up? Down or up? Well, for the next 10 turns I get tribute, so... Let's make it like this. Might be easier. Anyway. Where was I? Oh, yes. Peace negotiations have finished. Our status with the Jijin Republic has returned to neutral, even if they dislike us. But their tribute has been received, and our victory points rise from 6 to 9. We are a glorious bunch right now, even if we're going to lose one hell of a lot of points at the end of the scoring. You know, right now I'm really darn hoping I don't have, but I think I'll have to bombard some units, planets I mean. Damn. Anyway, that was a directed event movement. Let's check for the event on the random event table. Let's hope there's none this time at least. I mean, it really starts to get on my nerves. 2d6. 6-4 is a 10. Some 1 major event, 1 minor. Let's roll the major event first. D10, D6. 13. War of Information. All rolls on Cold War and Espionage, D2 and current event check rolls gain +1 DRM. All player fleet combat rolls gain -1 DRM. I think the game hates me. I mean, I've survived so far, but who's to say that this remains? War of Information. On the opposite side, of course, this means that hell a lot of stuff is happening. This is basically awesome, though not necessarily in the way that I was hoping for. Now, let's see. Where was I? Oh, yes. So, that was the big major event. What's the minor major event? Let's be recruitment drive. Please let it be recruitment drive. 9. Bureaucracy. Roll 2d6. On 2 to 4, lose 1 point of Imperial funding. On 5 to 9, nothing happens. And on 10 plus, add 1 point of Imperial funding. 2d6. 6. Nothing happens. Well, Imperial bureaucracy. Who would have thought? Next, let's go to the stellar phase. Now, in this stellar phase, something wonderful happens. Because we got tribute, we increase our Imperial funding. Let's see. Phase 3. We have... The treasury is not active yet. Our political standing isn't high enough. Neither is our military standing. Our tech level isn't either. So, no. But we are a free market economy, so we are at 5. And we get tribute, which isn't listed, which I find strange. meaning that basically we go to 6. Oh well, 6 is our current funding. 6 is our current imperial funding. That's a lot. Let's see, what do we do with that much money? Right now, I'd say we use it to move for 3 fleets, try for annexation attempt. I'd say the first leader and the first fleet go to 7-3. Both together add +1, +2, 3, 4. Basically, they add 4 and allow us, therefore, to basically do an annexation attempt with +4. That hopefully should succeed. Doesn't mean that it will have to. Now, the other thing is that if we can go with the other 2 fleets in one movement, we can move them both to 4-5 and 4-4. And basically that one. Or we can move them to, let's make 4-4 and 4-5. Basically we get 4 additional sectors, which we can try to influence them. No, wait, better. Let's take 4-6 and 4-4. Basically we get an additional plethora of sectors we can influence with several of our other sectors now. Both we'll bombard and try to annex, and as an additional bonus we'll try to advance our project. Even though I have no idea if that'll happen, because right now, especially with the current event happening, you know, the war of information, pirates, you know, actually there's nothing stopping us from doing a little bit of diplomacy, but I'm not sure. Relations freeze, oh, I don't really have that much money, and I'd rather invest one additionally for an annexation attempt or anything else. Well, let's see how it goes. We can decide on a case-by-case basis. Basically, first we activate these fleets, this sector. That's 1 to 5. So now the third fleet, as I said before, goes to 4-6, 1-2. Now the second fleet moves to 5-4, 4-4. So, and the first fleet and the first leader moves to 7-3. Wow. Basically, let's see. Now, that's 1 move, 1 imperial funding. Now, next, this is an annexation attempt, this is a bombardment. Bombarding a sector not yet under Imperial rule allows for an immediate annexation attempt without the need to invest Imperial funding, provided the sector is free of enemy ground units after bombardment. If a player uses this attempt, roll on the annexation table, include the bombarded modifier, lower your current total victory point number by 1. Well, basically, since I hope that I gain additional victory points, that's what I'm going to do. So basically I invest 3 points. Let's start with the first annexation attempt. I don't think I'll try for +1, +2, +3, +4, if I am remembering this correctly. Let's see, we have an adjacent sector under our control, player fleet. We have a leader present, he adds +1. And that's +1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So let's see, 2d6. No, wait, first we need to invest the Imperial funding point. So, +4, that's a 9. Yes, 9, as in 9. Really no luck. Anyway, let's get on with the bombardment. On to 3. -1 victory point. And we bombard on 4-6. Meaning we have a fleet present and bombarded, which is +7. 11, 12. Yep. We therefore gain a victory point and have an extra sector. And that is how you do it. I suppose. Seems nothing else will help. Ta-da! Next we go for this one. This one here. Bombard and +7. Bombarded and play fruit. 26. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. That's a 10, that's an 11. I lose a victory point and I gain the sector and that's it. Oh, great. Well, at least I get the sector. This is so great. I am such a lucky guy. Not. You do realize that... Is there a number of maximum of tries for annexation attempts? Doesn't look like it does, so I don't think so. Anyway, let's continue on. So, into the political phase we go. Because I don't think I'll try anything else here. And the political phase, we first check the Senate. I'm sure you remember. For the Senator for the Interior. 8. Nice of you. War. Ooh. Foreign relationships. Oh. Now you know this looks entirely different to. You know, this could change my whole plan. They are all supporting me right now. That's interesting. I basically have a 50% chance right now to improve or at least stop our bad relations with some of the other, you know... no, can't. We check diplomacy first. So basically everything is still up in the air. Check diplomacy. 10! Our relations improve with who? 26. 6 of player's choice! You know, this is one of those happy days. Let's say... let's see... The relations improve with the United Systems of Centauri. I mean, why not? With their strange hairstyling, they really need all the good relations they can get. So, next we have the standing. Now, let's see. Standing. Political first. We have base 2, interior support is 3. We have no war. We have no eliminated is 4. 2, 3, 4, 4. Basically, we have just improved our political standing from basically unstable as hell to almost unshakably. It's both fascinating and really, really bizarre. But then again, who can say? Next is the political standing check. So, 4. No unrest. Military standing. 2. War is 3. And that's basically it. Yep. Our military standing is at 3. So, next we check for piracy. Nope, no pirates. Today is a good day. Next, we take our political action. Now, right now, we might be in a position to really go for that improving relationships. And let's face it, the project isn't really all that important. I mean, we still have a few turns to complete it. We already have a free market economy. And right now, the only other thing we could get might be the wealth +1 funding, or we could institute a police state. You know, I really hope he's working on the Imperial Society, Jared. Those things aren't balanced, not even close. I mean, look at them. Some of them I would never ever take. I mean, why would you want to be democratic? You skip the bombardment phase and you decrease your leader's leadership value. There's nothing to gain there. He really needs to do something about that. Anyway, right now I don't think I'll try to change Imperial Society. You know what? Let's do it like this. Let's take 1 point of Imperial funding for now and try to improve our relationships with the Colmar Federation. Okay. We therefore attempt diplomacy with a +1. 1d10. Of course, I could invest an additional point to increase our chances, but actually I don't want to. Now the war of information doesn't change anything, does it? Let's see. Nah, not really. So, let's do this. 7. Our relations with Colmar Federation improve. Nice. No. I could, of course, try to force the issue by trying to improve our relations with the United Systems of Centauri, therefore only having the Empire of Pangea as the current really difficult thorn on our side. But then again, our fleets are currently all over the sector. This could be kind of dangerous. Where are they coming from in case of war? Pangea, southwest. So, pirate sector, basically long way away from us. But just to be sure, Pangea. Oh, those are big ones. Okay, not the strongest nation. Basically, I could go for it. So basically, I could leave them like that. If I increase funding, you've seen nothing. Of course, I could try for 555, or I could try for an improved Imperial tech level. But since I am currently above the average tech level of the galaxy, that would mean that I'd get a minus DRM, or a negative one. At least if I understand the passage correctly. The Imperial tech level exceeds the average tech level. The latter acts as a negative dice roll modifier with a value equal to the difference between the two. It therefore gets harder to blaze ahead. So basically, right now I would roll a 4 or higher, but since I'm already ahead of the general attack level, it would mean a 5 or higher. What would I gain from doing this? Nothing. I would gain nothing. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. I would get 4. I would gain the Institute of Futurism, which allows me -2 DRM to come to end checks and yes, well, that's kind of useful. Could really use that. Yeah, 5 or higher. Ah, what the hell. Go for broke. So basically, Imperial tech level, go. 5 or higher. 9. Imperial tech level is raised. That of course also means that the Institute of Futurism can now be built by us. That is, if we had the slot available, which we don't. But that's not really as bad for us. It also means that we have now given away all our money. Therefore, we come to the end of turn phase. Now, since this isn't H3 the game would end, and we still control our homeworld and or some sectors, we don't score either. Let's see if we advance the age. No. Therefore, we advance the turn mark, which is currently under our victory points, to turn 9. And that was turn 8. I'll see you next time on Rise and Decline of Galactic Imperium. See you then.